Hi there, I hope you're well. I'm doing a bit of a field review of this GoPlus Drop Stitch Kayak. I've just been out and tested it today on the River Derwent, which is just beyond that campsite there. And I thought I'd let you know what my thoughts were. The reason why I bought this was it's the cheapest drop stitch kayak I've ever found. Now, as you can tell, it is more like a paddleboard than a kayak, but it's been designed so that the inner piece is actually more hollow, and then there's a drop stitch piece, floor piece in the middle too. The whole thing inflates to 8 psi, so the main chamber inflates to 8 psi and the floor chamber inflates to 8 psi. And there are those rather nice little notifications around the valves. It is solid at 8 psi and I do like it. So first of all, let's have a look at what you get for your money. So you get this, the kayak itself, the floor chamber, the seat. The seat does have a nice little zip bag on the back too. There's a webbing strap to bind it all together when you've wrapped it up. The skeg with one of those clip locks to lock it into place to make sure you don't lose it. You get a very simple repair kit without any glue, so if you need glue you're going to have to buy yourself. It does have the valve removal tool, which is handy. This nice little bag. The instructions, which I've popped into the front sleeve on the bag. One of the nice features about the bag is it does have rucksack straps. And it does have a waist strap too, which does make for easy carrying. So yeah, not bad, pretty good actually. One of the reasons why I've also bought this kayak is so that I've got something smaller than the story kayak to keep in the car when I go kayak camping and car camping. So that's what you get in the bag. What you can't see here is the paddle that comes with it and the pump. And the reason being is they are absolutely naff. The pump itself is only a one-way pump. And what that basically means is you can only put air into the boat pushing down. It doesn't have a two-way valve on it. That's just going to take you forever to inflate this very huge chamber. It's absolutely shocking. So today I used my story pump, which does have the two-way action on it and of course a pressure valve. The pump that comes with this does have a pressure indicator, but as I say, it's just shocking. It's maybe useful for inflating the floor chamber, but for inflating the main one, absolutely useless. Oh, I just can't tell you how useless it is. Same with the paddle. As you can see from this craft, it is kind of like a paddle board, and so they have given you a paddle board paddle with it, and I don't get it. So there's a paddleboard paddle that converts into a kayaking paddle, but the whole thing is just weighted wrong. When you try, if you're trying to hold this, it's going to be pulling downwards all the time, and that's going to be a real strain on your wrists. So, as usual, while I was out today, I used my trusty Winnerwell paddle, the fiberglass one. I've done a review for this. You'll be able to find it on the channel if you want to. What I did use in the boat while I was out was this orthopedic cushion. I'm going to do a separate review on this because these are just superb. For me, these are a game changer. But the reason I use these is because it doesn't matter how good or bad the seat is. I have an old spinal injury from a car accident, and I just find that I need the extra comfort. Otherwise I get a lot of back pain. But the seat itself is fine, although today I didn't really use it because I did initially set it up on here because I thought it might be fun to paddle on the top, but I just ended up throwing too much water into the boat, so I have now reset it up for future trips so that it can be just dropped in like that, and then this can be popped on top. But today I used a stadium seat, as you can see here. The other thing I've forgotten to mention that comes with it is this footrest that just pops into one of these two restraints. Actually, that's pretty good. I was actually quite impressed with that. It did the job, did what it was supposed to do. There is a poor design flaw on this. The carry handles. So there's one at one end and one at the other end. But this is a single person craft, so I'm pretty sure you can work out where the carry handles should actually be. That's right. This should be either side of the boat, so that you can pick it up here and carry it in. Having it at the end, utterly ludicrous. I do not understand the thinking behind that at all. Right, let's talk about the structure of the craft. It all seems very well made. The D-rings are firmly in place. There's this nice little bungee piece at the front. These all seem very firmly set up. It all seems very well made. And there is a very big D-ring at the back, and I guess that means you could actually add some more elastic to here just to tie some more stuff in, because that's a big space at the back. I like this. I like this a lot. It tracked through the water well, and it held a steady speed. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as fast as this Story kayak, but that's a lot more fin-like and thin, and it's made to cut through the water. What I really like about this is the stability. Because it's wide, you get that extra stability, the same stability that you get with low pressure crafts. But what you do have as a bonus is the rigidity. It's just so solid on the water. I was wriggling around, moving around, adjusting stuff about without any fear of it tipping. It's a little bit like being in the Ryber 420 that I've got. It was just very stable on the water. We'll just have a quick look underneath, because I think you can see here where it's hard for me to show you because I'm doing this one-handed, but that is where the floor chamber just slightly protrudes through the bottom skin there. So it does stop this from being hollow. It stops your bum from poking through and slowing the craft down. That's the whole point of this. It's a good idea, really good idea. Yeah, I like it. For 240 quid, I think it's a bargain, but you do need your own paddle and you do need a better pump. That's the only drawback. So you're going to end up spending a bit more on a paddle and pump if you haven't got one. But as a spare craft, as a fun get on the water craft, I think this is a bit of all right for 240 quid. I am looking forward to trying this in the sea at some point, because I think it'll be fun. Yeah, pretty good. I'm actually looking forward to getting out in the car with it, doing some camping trips and car camping trips and spontaneous paddles. I hope you've liked this quick review. If you have liked it, please give the video a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. It's entirely up to you. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please subscribe. It costs you nothing and it really does help. It just means that when you open up YouTube, if I've uploaded another video, there's a little one of those red notifications. And you wouldn't want to miss out, would you? Right, as I say, I hope you're well. Thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourselves. Cheerio.